understand me or any terms that I use, or you don't understand my English, just stop me, just let me know. Because I really hope you guys can gain something from what I'm trying to present here. Okay, so okay, Xin Chao, you guys can understand, right? Okay, so anyone of do you guys understand the meaning of dreams and reality?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Oh, do you need me to explain what is dream and what is reality?
No, what's going on?
Okay, so let me ask you guys, how many of you actually have a dream that belongs to you? If you have a dream, you just raise your hand. It's a very simple question. If you have a dream that belongs to you, you just simply raise your hand. Okay, so reality is something that because of your parents told you what to do, and because of financial issue or some external factors, you cannot hold on the dreams. So let me ask you another question: is do you still hold on the dream even though you are being cheated how badly by the reality? Do you still believe and moving towards or trying to chasing or moving towards to your dreams? Yep. If yes, please raise your hand. Oh, it seems like everyone is chasing their dreams. Okay, next. So now I'm going to share the things you have to know in your life. Next. Okay, next. So as we know that dreams and reality, people always told us that yeah, dreams is just a dream. It won't happen. It's because of these bad things called reality. It's like your parents, it's like you want to be a rock star singer or rock star band, but your father mother told you that you can't do it because it won't earn money. You can't even secure your future. But let me introduce the things to you. Next, it's called goals. Goals is actually a bridge to bridge your dreams with the reality. Goals, your life goal is some things that make your dreams happen in this reality. Okay, next. Next. Okay, next. Okay, this is a formula from me. Goals, how do I define goals? Goals is your dreams plus actions. If you only have dreams but you don't have actions, it won't happen. But if you don't have dreams but you keep action blindly, of course there is nothing for your life. Yes. So here is the main differences between dreams and goals. For dreams, it is free. You can dream freely whenever you want. You can dream when you want to sleep, or even you are watching TV, like watching the drama that wow, this guy is very rich. I dream to be like him. Or when you see someone is having concert, you think, oh, I should become him. I dream to become a singer. But it is free. You don't need to pay any price to dream. So for goals, of course, in order to make your dreams come true, or converting your dreams into goals, you need to struggle. There's some things you need to pay. For example, you want to get a good result. For example, you want to get a good result in university. Of course, you need to struggle. You need to study at least 2 hours to 3 hours every day in order to make your goals to come true. Do you guys still get me right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get me right. Okay, cool. So this is the end of the goal, the end of the journey. So dreams, since it is free, basically by the end of your journey you gain nothing because you didn't put much effort, you didn't do anything. So of course you will gain nothing. So for goals, you have been struggling for so hard, you have been struggling for so long. Of course, this is the things you want, the result of the life that truly belongs to you. Okay, next. Okay, have you guys ever came across this thing, bucket list? Do you know bucket list?
Yep.
Okay, let me introduce this to you guys. Bucket list is actually the list of things that you want and must do or achieve before you die, so that you don't feel regret or you're like, oh, I should have do this, I should do that. Do you get me right? It's like the things you must do. If you don't do, you will feel regret until you die. Okay, cool. You guys truly understand this, right? Bucket list.
Yes.
Okay, next. Okay, cool. So now it's a small games with you guys. So before we touch this question, I really want you guys to put all the reality aside, putting all your parents, what your parents told you, or what your friends told you, all put everything all aside and truly follow your heart and think what are the goals you want and must achieve by the age of 30. It's something that you really want to achieve. If you don't achieve it, you will feel regret. You will feel that it is my life wasted. So, do you guys need any clarification from me?
Yeah, that's okay. Do you guys all understand?
You guys understand, right? The bucket list that.
Yes.
So I hope that because this is the bucket list that belongs to you, I hope that you guys can be truthful and honest to yourself. As this is the things that you really want for your life. Okay, so maybe I'll be the timekeeper.
Okay. Yeah, too far to think about.
By the age of 30.
Yeah, too far to think
It's too
about.
far.
Okay. How many goals should we set it up?
One.
You can put maximum of 3 because
Maximum of 3?
maximum of 3 goals that you want to achieve. Because if too much, you will lost on what you want first. Maximum of 3 goals that you want to achieve. Sorry to interrupt, let me give you some guiding question. Is that what is the things you want to gain by the age of 30? It can be family, it can be health, it can be the places that you have visited, or what is the thing you have contributed to the world? It can be I have built 2 houses for the orphanage. It can be I have donated 1 million dong to the orphanage. It can be anything. This is
Donated $1 million. This is very
1 million dong.
long.
Dong, yes. Yeah, you guys still have 2 minutes. So if you guys are done, you just thumbs up to let me know, yeah, you are done. Cool. One minute left. Okay, time's up.
You have
Is there any? Do you guys need more time? No, right? Actually, this is just a sessions for you guys to think, but actually it requires more than 4 minutes to think. Actually, so if you cannot think of anything, I hope these questions can help you to think when you're back home. Okay, so I think we should proceed next. So okay, let me introduce to you what is end goals and mean goals. just now you guys have been introduced the bucket list, right? The list, the things that you want to achieve by the age of 30. So just imagine that this is when you are 30 years old. So this is end goals is by the age of 30 you already achieve this. This is the end goal. For mid goal is the things that you can work on, the things that you can add on, the things you can do in these few years in order to achieve these end goals. So let me give you an example. Is that okay? I want to be rich, like I want to get $7 million of salary. So this is by the age of 30. This is my end goal. So what I need to do now is okay. I need to study hard. I need to get a good grade. Okay, I need to do what? I need to do what? So this is the main goals. So do you guys get me?
Yes.
Or do you need more explanation on or need more example? You need more example, right? Okay. For example that okay, I want to be more healthy. So what I need to do now is okay, in 2017 I want to cycle. I want to jog more so that I can lose 3 kilogram of weight. Okay, so after you do it in 2017, so what you want to do in 2018? This is the things that you can do in order to achieve the end goals. Okay, so okay, can I proceed? Okay, cool. Next. Okay, next. Okay, just imagine that you are here now, which is 2018 and 2017. So your bucket list that just now you wrote is somewhere here. By the age of 30, you are here. You have achieved that, the things that you wrote on your paper. So we are divided in stages because most of you are still 20 years old or 18 or 19 years old, right? So there are years for you to achieve. So in each year, what is your small goals or short-term goals for you to work on in order to reach there? Okay, next. Yeah, main goal is actually somewhere here. It's a short-term goal for you to work on. Next. Okay, so this will be the last part. So let me introduce to you what is SMART. Have you ever saw this before? SMART. Okay, next. Okay, so let me define and explain what is SMART means. S stands for specific. Specific means well defined. Next. Yeah. So it means that what do you ask yourself is like, okay, you want to set a goal to yourself. For example, I want to be healthy. For example, I want to improve my health. So you ask yourself, why do you want your health? What do you want to do in order to achieve this? How are you going to do? How are you going to achieve that? So this is a SMART example. It's like I will improve my health by eating 60 grams of protein. It is like something very specific, the things that you want to do in order to achieve that. Next, measurable. Measurable is usually is your result. Is that because you say you want to improve your health, but how do you know you are improving your health or you are gaining the result or not? So you set a goal that okay, so by the end of the October I lose 3 kg. This is the result you want to see. So it means that usually it's something number. For example, I use a result as example. Okay, by the end of 2017, I want to get 3.94 CGPA out of 4. Are you guys using 3.94? Yeah, okay, cool. So next will be attainable. Attainable is it something realistic? Is your goal realistic enough? Just imagine that if your goal, you are now in like 100 kilogram of fat boy, and you want to say that okay, by this January, I want to become 50 kilogram. I want to reduce 50 kilogram. But this is something not realistic, right? Because okay, let me put you in another example. Is that okay? You're just about to graduate, but you say that okay, when I get my first job, I want to get 50 million dong of salary. Do you think it's possible? No. So it is something not realistic. So you must set the goal that is realistic to, yeah, it's realistic. Relevant. Relevant means that check that the small goals that you are going to work on in 2017, is it relevant or is it helping you to move towards to the big goal? Last but not least, this is very important, time oriented. Is that, okay, you know what you want to do everything, but you give yourself a time. Time is a motivation for you to work on. Then give yourself a deadline so that you know that, okay, I left 2 days. So I left 2 days or I left 20 days to work. So by having times and deadline, you know that you have to move, you have to progress towards your goal. Okay. So do you guys really understand the SMART? SMAT? If you guys understand, can you raise up your hand? Okay, cool. Next. Okay, next. Okay, this will be the very, very last questions for me. Next. Okay, so I want you to use the SMART tools, the SMART goal that you will have learned just now, and think what you want and you can do in 2017 in order to bring you closer to your bucket list. The bucket list is something you wrote on a paper. You choose one, the most important goals to you, and write what you want to do in 2017 so that you can be more closer to the goal. Do you need any clarification or explanation?
No.
Okay, cool.
When?
I don't have much time. Oh, for me. Oh, okay.
Nothing.
Just imagine that you guys can keep writing. I just give some guidance. Just imagine that you guys are the beginning of 2017, and you know that you want to do something. You have your bucket list, and you know that you have to do something in this year so that you can move closer, or you are actually moving towards your goal or your bucket list. What is it? You guys, you still have 2 minutes to complete it. One minute left. Okay, time's up. Yeah. Just in case you cannot finish, yeah, because this is just a very short time. It should take small time to complete it. So if you cannot finish it, you can do it in your home. Okay. So before I end my presentation, I hope that you guys can think like what my friends say. Spend times with yourself so that you can know yourself better. Yeah. And this is actually just a space, just an exposure for you guys to know more So with